Hi there. How you doing today? If you're a caregiver, you understand stress. And I'm just popping in today to give you a couple pieces of advice, hopefully helpful. And that is that if you are caregiving at any level, that might mean your parent has Alzheimer's and you're trying to figure out where to if you have to move them to a facility, where that would be. To maybe you're just not sure about mom being alone and it requires you to make sure you call her every day. That's still caregiving, and it still can add stress to your life. So a couple of things to keep compassion in the equation. One of the guests that I interviewed for my book, Becoming an Orphan, talked about how in the situation with her mother, she just felt really, really frustrated. But her point was, don't add feeling guilty that you're frustrated about helping your parent. The guilt is not going to help you. And it's okay to feel frustrated. Where compassion comes in, that's for yourself as the caregiver. And that's okay. It's okay to feel frustrated. How we deal with that can be constructive or deconstructive, but it's okay. And secondly, I'd like to just a little library hour here, read you a portion from my book. And this was when my mom lost her driving abilities. This is from chapter 2, I Feel Conflicted. My mother led an active life of volunteering, hobbying, visiting friends, being an active church member, and managing her own everyday errands. And even though she had a supportive community and was mentally strong, my composed personality still went on high alert the day she lost her driving privileges. In one afternoon, my own busy but orderly life became a tangle of mental problem solving, emotional resentment about siblings not being around, and questions about how in the world I would be able to continue my own full life while adding on responsibilities for helping mom live hers. And the lesson I learned in that experience was putting myself in her shoes. What would it be like for me? How would I feel if suddenly the eye doctor said, you are never driving a car again? But putting myself in her shoes of, okay, what does this mean for mom? And it doesn't just mean I have to get rides, but it changed her whole approach to how she had been living her life. And I think partly putting myself in her position helped me problem solve, come up with an answer. And we had a great answer, which was, I'll just throw this in as an extra. She had a very, very active life in her church. She had a great community church and friends and family that lived nearby. Obviously, I lived an hour away. And I called the church. I made one telephone call. They knew exactly who my mom was. And I explained, I just need people to help. I don't know how to coordinate this. And the secretary of the church said, oh, don't worry about it. I know exactly who can coordinate this and organize it. Handled. Check. And that was the end of that problem for me. And so if you are caregiving at any level, there will be stress. And it's okay. Look for compassion, both for yourself and for your loved one. Remember, these changes are happening to them. It can be scary and very disruptive. Just face it together.